Every day when you come in, you want to make sure that you check your black bag. In the black bag should be 500 filters, a controller, 4 helmets, 4 harnesses, 2 carabiners. You're going to have your manual, of course, a T-wrench, and a key to make sure you can unlock the locks. Hi gang, we're going to go over some safety procedures on the climbing wall and some simple tips on how to work with young people. First thing I want to show you though is the climbing harness, and it is a Dream harness. Now the Dream harness was designed strictly for climbing walls, and the reason we did that was it was very lightweight, as you can tell, and working with young people, that's a plus. The second thing is we're actually using these safety clips. Now the safety clips are a super easy place to put in, and they hold very, very tight, and they're easy to undo. But what I want you to really check on this is I want you to check the belay loop. The belay loop is where the carabiner is going to actually hook on, and this goes around the person. Now the most important place I really want you to spend some time is the piece that goes around the waist. The waist is actually your safety piece. The ones that go down through your legs into your thighs are strictly for comfort. But I'll tell you what, you want the comfort. So make sure you're checking every piece of them and they work. Now, you'll notice that on the framing here where they've been stitched, this is called a simple box stitch. And what we're looking for here is we're looking to make sure there's nothing coming out. No fraying, no threads coming out, and everything looks really, really good. If you see any fraying at all, and you have any question in your mind, do not use the harness, period. 4 harnesses come with this 2-person wall. So you've got some redundancy to help you out. But if you see anything, make sure you report it to the proper authorities and they replace the harness. They've all been trained on how to do that, so you need to do it every single time, okay? Now, if you look at your instructions, you'll see that I've written down to do this at the beginning and at the end of the day. So when you put this back in the black bag, you've checked it, so next morning, yeah, you're going to check it again, but you know that you're doing a good shot, okay? The other thing we want to talk about is helmets. Now again, I realize helmets were designed to protect you from anything falling on your head. I realize that. And probably that's not going to happen on your mobile wall here. But what we've seen over and over is as people come down the wall, they come to their feet and continue and roll backwards. And so many times our young people come back and hit their head. So we want to make sure that they're not having any problem. On the helmet itself, you want to make sure it doesn't have any deep gouges, no big scratches. But there's a simple test, very simple. Just squeeze in like this, and you'll know if it's brittle, it'll crack right away. Turn it over, look at the insides, make sure the inside's in good shape, make sure the adjuster works. But by all means, make sure the chin strap works and clips in correctly. Does that make sense? All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give each one of you a harness, and I want you to take and kind of look them over and see what you think. See if they're good harnesses and kind of talk to me. You all are playing with the top loop. What was that called again? Belay loop. Good job.
The box stitch looks good here on my side.
Good.
Belay loop looks good. Box stitch looks good.
Good.
See if it snaps.
How's your snaps? Okay, so they're working smoothly. Excellent. Okay.
Mine looks good.
All right, good.
That looks good.
All right, so check out a helmet for me. Make sure we know how to do that. Simple squeeze test.
No cracks.
Not hard at all, is it? None of this stuff is hard. It's just so very important that we're checking every time for our young people.
Good.
Okay?
Good.
Now on the floor, you'll take and see what looks like a T-handle wrench, and that's exactly what it is. It's a T-wrench, and that is what tightens or loosens the climbing handholds on the wall. So as you're doing your walk around in the morning, you see one that's loose, you need to tighten it up, you want to do that at that time. Having a loose handhold can have someone either have a fall or a spill that's not really good for us to do, because it's just, it's a scary thing. We don't want to scare everybody, we want to have a good time. All right? The other thing I want to talk to you about is this. The carabiners that we use are called 3-stage carabiners. There's some really explicit reasons. One is that when we use these and they open up, once they're open, they have in here a smooth toggle. thing. You see it smooth toggle? That makes sure that when we're hooking in and out of the harness, that it doesn't get ripped up, doesn't get snagged on anything, and it's a smooth operation. The other part is when you hear it click, you not only see it's closed, you feel it's closed, okay? And you twist it and it's closed. The reason we went to these is that these are almost foolproof. If you hear them slap shut, you can't twist it and you can't pull it back. Now you've got a real safety thing. So I like to look at this as my three-step safety piece. I can look at it, I can squeeze it, and I can twist it. And I do this every time before I put someone up the wall. It ensures me that this young person's going to be safe. And that's what what I want them to have a good time, but I want them to be safe every single time. So that's why we use these. These are way over-constructed for what we use. They'll hold 6,000 pounds. Most of your people that you're going to have on your wall are not going to be 6,000 pounds. But we do have a weight limit for the wall, and it is 50 to 250.